Read and read, but correctly. Okay, so let's see how can we improve our English by reading. I'll show you how. I always ask language learners to have an inquiring mind. You know, when you read something, you should regard yourself as a hunter who is going to hunt some bites. Okay, so let's see. Here, you shouldn't read like this. Are you, for example, are you into cars? My brother is. He's crazy. His car crazy. This is just read very fast, and then in the end, okay, and be pleased with yourself and say, okay, so I understood the whole concept. That's enough. No, it is enough. But I can say 0.1%. We want to increase the maximum of your optimum. Let's see how. So here, are you into cars? When you see this phrase, try to get it out of the context and try to make a simple sentence, no matter how. Just try to make a simple sentence. How can we make another sentence using this phrase? Are you into computers? Are you into science? No, I'm not into computers, but my brother is. Do you see? That's enough. It tries to secure these words, into your mind. So let's see. My brother is. He's car crazy. So I'm computer crazy. I'm science crazy. I'm movie crazy. Are you movie crazy? So DC always try to change it. He buys cars. He buys car magazines. Watches car program. As you can see here, program has double M because it is on the basis of British dictation. So on TV and spends hours ing. This spends hours looking. You should have an eagle eye in order to hunt and pay attention to these small things. So let's see, how can we make sentence? I spent hours studying English. How many hours? How many hours do you say how many hours do you spend studying English? You can say I spend 5 hours a week. How about you? That's enough. Do you see? He knows the name, maker, engine size, and top speed of every car on the planet. There is nothing noteworthy here. Every time we go out, he talks non-stop about the cars he sees. So, non-stop, talks non-stop about is a very great phrase. You can say, my brother talks non-stop about his career. My friends, I said friends, that's plural. My friends talk non-stop about their achievements. Okay, that's enough. I like cars. They are interesting. If I had a lot of money, I'd like to buy a sports car. Okay, so let's change it. If I had a lot of money, I'd like to buy a house in New York, in Manhattan. Yeah, I hope I can someday in not so distant future. So now let's make it a question. What would you do? What would you do, okay, if you had a lot of money? Do you see? Whenever you see some sentences, try to make a negative and a question form of that sentence. It was positive. We made negative and questions. Let's see. Okay, let's make it negative. For example, if I had a lot of money, okay, I wouldn't like to spend it on clothes, for example. Yes, it's an unreal things that I'm telling now. So let's see. I'm saving up for. Save up for. You can say, excuse me, guys, I cannot come with you. I cannot join you on your trips because these days, because at the moment means now, yeah. Because these days I'm trying to save up for a small house in New York, for example. Do you see? I at the moment means now, exactly now, yeah. So let's see these days. Okay. I'll probably, yes, instead of overusing maybe, perhaps, maybe, may, yes, you can use this phrase. I'll probably. Let's mix this sentence with the thing we already learned. What would you do if you had a lot of money? You can say, I'll know, because we said, what would you do? You have to say, I would probably buy a house in London. I'm not sure. Do you see? Okay, so let's see. I'll probably buy a hybrid. What's a hybrid car? Those cars which runs on different sources of energy which are good for environment. Okay, hybrid car that is good for the environment. My brother thinks these are boring. Okay, he says a car should be powerful and fast, and it should be. Try to get it out of the context. You can say a good friend should be loyal, faithful, and be available when you need him or her. So let's see. I don't agree. These are some people to my full surprise and annoyance, keep saying, I'm not agree. That's fully wrong. It's a deadly mistake that you have to avoid. You have to always say, I don't agree, I disagree, I don't disagree. You can, this kind of things. But we don't say, I don't disagree. It's better say, I don't agree. I think cars should get you from A to B and be big enough for me and my friends. Okay, we can make the most of big enough. How can we make sentences? For example, excuse me, please give me the salt from the top of the cupboard. You can say, excuse me, I'm not tall enough to reach that point. It means that I'm short, I cannot reach it. So, excuse me, can you help me to lift this suitcase? Excuse me, I'm not powerful enough to help you with that. Do you see? No matter how easy, you have to always keep yourself busy learning. This is how I learn English. So, I also prefer smaller cars because they are easier to park. Do you see? Easier to park, is a very great phrase. Instead of telling, I also prefer smaller cars because it is easy for me to park them, you can say because they are. They is referred to the cars, they are easier to park. That's it. I hope you enjoyed.